Hi friends, today I wanted to share with you just a really easy way that you can add some little details in if you are a little bit challenged with saving those white spaces. So I'm just going to go through really quickly on my supplies. As you know, love this Artisto paper. This is my practice. This is summer 2024. I catalog these all. I even like their aesthetic on the front. I just finally got some more of these, so I am using these again for some of my practices and things I can kind of refer back to. It's a great student grade paper. I know you can't get it in everywhere around the world. The Meeden paper is a great second choice, but this is just fantastic. The texture on this is really great. It's 140-pound cold press. And so that's what I'm using today. I'm also using these Student Perfect Beginner Set palette. It's my Lang sister company of Paul Rubens. Look at those gorgeous colors. Love this palette. For under $20, you guys, it's fantastic. I can't say enough about it. So those are that I'm using. This is just my little palette. I actually love this little Meeden palette because it's really easy to put in my bags if I'm traveling or painting plein air. And then I've got my little tissue here. Really important to have a wash and a rinse water for your watercolors. This is the Meeden one. I used to use like solo cups and the little jars and things, but I love this. You will not dump that one over. All right, the last thing is I'm going to be using, this is my paintbrush set. It will be coming out in limited edition. And here's the link right here if you want to join up on an interest list, because it will be limited supplies. But there's going to be a set of 5 for like 55. This is the long round 8. As you know, I love that Princeton long round 8, so I kind of made it similar to that, and that's what I'm going to be using. So I have a really fun technique that I love to use if I'm just kind of playing. Let me go ahead and get started. So I have got my brush wet and just tapped it off on the side a bit. And I did, by the way, pre-wet these. I just take a spray bottle and pre-wet them. And let's just go in. And I'm going to use a dark or very saturated, vibrant color because I want you to see how well this works. And I want it to show up on camera for you. So I'm kind of going to be using the side of my brush. I'm just resting my hand on the table here. And I'm going to use 3 rule of odds and see how dark that is. Again, I'm intentionally doing that so you can see this technique really well. Isn't that a beautiful color though? Ooh, that's such a rich red. So there we go. I'm going to add another one right here. And I'm using both the tip of my brush and the side of my brush. Okay, so before this dries, I'm just gonna set my brush down and let me grab what I do with it. Gotta work fast here. I just grabbed a tissue and really wad it up, you guys, so you have all these little creases. And then watch this. Look at the beautiful detail it puts in there without really adding a lot of detail. Look at that. Isn't that great? Such a great little tip for if you're a beginner. And then you can even go in and just kind of play around the edges if you like real washy edges like I do. I love those soft edges. And I'm just kind of going in between using my side of my brush and the tip of my brush. I'm always twisting back and forth, but look at all that interest I simply got with a tiny little tissue. But really, I'm telling you, the secret is crinkle it up. So now I'm just going to go in and let's maybe do one more right here. So let me add another one. So I've got this one facing up, this one facing out. So I think this one I'll face kind of inwards. Again, using this side of my brush. Isn't this a yummy color too? Don't think of it really as a summer color, but it can be. So there we go. And then I might even, you can even do this, you guys, like if you want a little bit more, just touch into the edges and add in some more. Okay, so for this one, here I go. I've got my crinkled up. The more crinkled up, the better. Look at all those beautiful folds. And just tap in. And it's gonna give you all this interesting light and dark shadows. So this is a great technique, again, if you're not comfortable with, you know, really getting in there and doing all that detail, this is great. I'm gonna go in now and just create some leaves. So, and I like doing this when it's wet because it kind of blends with everything. So I've got some pretty saturated colors here. I think I want to add in some light greens. Now this one didn't have quite as much detail, but that's okay. Just again, using the side of my brush here. Let's go in for some sap green. Side of my brush. Now maybe we'll put some leaves in here like that. I really, when I do this, I just kind of play, and I'm almost squinting my eyes to see where I feel like I need more color. So I'm picking up those greens. Let's just do maybe a little, some little stems to guide our eye around. I might even go in here and add in some more color. And then I'm really going in with almost all water, and I want to add some leaves with that. And you know, I'll tell you, sometimes I look at using water as water's kind of a color. And going in, ooh, look at that bleed. There you go. And I'm just about done here. Let's create maybe some little leaves coming out here. Just like that. But look at how beautiful those little roses are. All of that detail with really no detail. The last thing I might do is just go in the middle here, and I can either use my CAD yellow and go in and do some little dots, or I'm going to do some with yellow and some with black. You could kind of see the difference like that. So pretty. Actually, I'll just do yellow, but I quite often will use black in the centers, but I think because this is such dark colors, I think the yellow is quite pretty. Look at that. And you didn't have to sit here and kind of nitpick and do things. You just simply use that little squashed up toilet paper. You could always go in and add a little bit more here and there, you know, if you felt like, but I really don't like to touch it too much because I love all these variety of colors. So I really don't even want to touch it too much. And there you go. I hope you give this a try. It's awfully fun. And if you're like me and you don't like to take too much time and do too much detail, this is perfect for you. It's perfect for me. I love creating detail like this. All right, I will see you all soon. Thank you so much. And don't forget, I do have my watercolors new online course. It's only $45. Here's the link right here. And I'd love to see you in there. All right, thanks everybody.